Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Simon, I'm the photography enthusiast, and today I'm going to review the Rode Wireless Go wireless microphone. These microphones are absolutely superb. They're tiny, they're lightweight, they've got a long battery life, and if you're thinking about having a wireless microphone from anything from a DSLR to an iPhone to an Android or a GoPro, these have got to be the go-to ones to get at this price point. This is a non-sponsored review, it's personally my own opinions, and if you really like this video and you want to encourage me to do more videos, please subscribe, click the bell, and please do a like as well. So in this video, of course, we're going to have a look what's in the box. We're going to look at the receiver and transmitting unit. We're going to have a look at the microphones, how they work, the display. We'll do a sound test, and then right at the end, I'll give you my opinion about the price points, what the competitors are, and what I think of them. These are the items you get with the Rode Wireless Go. First of all, you have the receiving unit, and here we have the transmitting unit with an inbuilt microphone, but more about that later. You've got this red cable which connects the receiving unit in with your camera or your iPhone. You've got two little dead cats that each of them, one's a spare, clip on top of the microphone. And we have two charging cables, a USB-A to USB-C, so that you can charge both the devices at the same time. And a nice little carry pouch to carry them around, pack them all in away and put them in your camera bag. So on the right we have the receiver, and on the left we have the transmitter. These are tiny little boxes. In millimeters they're about 44 by 45 by 18. As you can see, they are wafer thin and have a nice clip on the back. They're also very light. Each of them weigh about 31 grams. The battery life is very impressive, around about 7 hours, which means you can go out for a full day's worth of recording. As long as you turn them off occasionally, you're pretty much going to save the whole day. But each of them come with a charging port, USB-C. So you can plug these into a power bank partway through the day and just give them a quick top up. Their range is an impressive 70 meters. I've not tried them that far, but I've tried them about 30 or 40 meters and they work really well. The display on the receiver is really bright. You can change the brightness on it, and it shows the battery level of the receiving device, the battery level of the transmitting device. It's got the sound levels here, so you can check if you're going to clip the sound at the top end, and you can tell whether it's connected to the other device. But on the transmitting device you can tell it's connected because of the little blue light here. Just looking around the devices, they are slightly different, so the on-off button is pretty much the same on both of them. This button here, you can actually change the sound levels. There's 3 different sound levels, and if you see on the front here, I might press it to save you clipping, and you can turn it down. And also, if you do need to repair it, although they do come out the box paired, you can press that button there. One of the super little features is the clip here. So you can just clip it to a pocket or a belt or what have you. But this is at the perfect size to clip it onto a camera's hot shoe, and I'll show you that a little bit later on. The transmitting device is very simple. It's got a charger, it's got a power button, but where it differs is at the top here, and it doesn't have a screen either. But what it does have is an inbuilt microphone, which is not bad, and we'll try that later on. But also it's got the input here if you want a wired lavalier microphone, which we'll also try just to see what the difference in the sound settings are. These two devices, they come out of the box auto paired. You can repair them yourself if you want to. Apparently you can actually use 8 of these kits. You do have to buy 8 different kits to do this, but 8 of these kits in the same area, and between them they will sort out different frequencies for themselves, or indeed if there is interference on the channels it will also readjust. It runs on the 2.4 gigahertz frequency, which is a non-licensed frequency across the world, which means you can travel anywhere of these and use them without a license. The other thing for this inbuilt microphone as well is there are these little dead cats. Now they do clip on okay, sort of. They're a bit fiddly. They do stay on sort of, but as you can see it doesn't take much to knock them off. So they are good, but you just have to be careful you don't knock them off. The last thing about these devices is they are firmware upgradable, which means as new firmware comes up to fit the inevitable software glitches these days, they are fixable. These cables, USB-C, it's just USB-A to USB-C, nothing very special, very nice that they put two cables in there. And this little device here is to plug into the this device here, which is the receiver. It plugs into the receiver there, and then of course the other end can plug into your camera. Now, depending on what you're actually plugging this into, you might need a TRRS converter. So if you plug this into probably a DSLR, it will work fine. You notice it's got three areas on there, T, R and S, but some connectors, particularly those on smartphones for instance, are TRRS, and the reason for this is that you can plug one connector in and you can hear a phone call for instance, and you can also speak through the microphone. It plugs in with one jack, and you will notice that they have four connectors here, and what you may very well need to get to make this work is a TRS converter, which they're probably about £5 to £8 on Amazon, and it's just a little extension cable. You plug this in one end and it just plugs into your iPhone. And of course the other thing is, if you've got an iPhone with a FireWire, or indeed you've got an Android type device with a USB-C type connector like my Android here, you'll also need the converter cable that allows you to plug in this sort of connector, 3.5mm jack, into your phone. But all pretty easy stuff. But apart from that TRS converter, this just comes ready built. While I've been talking, you will notice the sound levels are here. I'm not actually clipping it on this particular occasion, not talking loud enough, but maybe we'll see if we can demonstrate that later on. Okay, let's do a test of this little clipping. So this is the receiver device here, and this is the transmitter. And as you can see, this is held a little way from my mouth, and everything is working fine. But if I bring the transmitter close to my mouth, you can see it clipping a little bit in the yellows, and we're hitting some reds there. Let me just turn the sound down a little bit, so we turn it to the bottom, and I'll do exactly the same test here, bringing it to my mouth, and as you can see, we're only clipping up to the level with pretty much the same level of volume. So you can change the volume level on these devices for the input into your camera, and often on many cameras as well you can change the input volume or the sensitivity of the mic jack. So what do you have to do to get this to work? Well, frankly, you take it out of the box, you charge it up and you switch it on. It pretty is as simple as that, because it self-pairs. However, if you really want a quick run through, remember I told you about the transmitter device and the belt clip? Well, that belt clip goes straight on there like that, and I've already taken the liberty with my trusty old Nikon Z50 to plug the cable into the microphone jack. I'll just plug it into here, and that's it. Frankly, you're all ready to go, short of possibly adjusting the microphone volumes. It could not be more straightforward. Okay, let's test the sound, because that's really what it's all about, isn't it? So for most of this video, I've been recording my lavalier microphone, which is a wired microphone plugged directly into the camera. But for the purpose of this, I've now currently got my wired microphone plugged into the little transmitter unit, and the receiving unit is plugged into my camera. So we've got high quality sound, but it's just wireless about how it gets from my little lapel microphone, which is here, through to the camera. So the sound quality you can hear is really good, really stable, no crackles, no hisses. What I'm going to do now is unplug my lavalier microphone, not something you would normally do halfway through a recording. And now we are recording through the little microphone on this transmitter unit. So you can hear the quality of the sound, but if I move it further away from my mouth, you can hear it getting a bit distant. So it's clearly a local range microphone designed to be connected to the lapel. And if I connect one of the little dead cats to it, like this, you can probably hear the slight sound difference there as well. It keeps the wind noise out. So this video was made in February 2020, and that's what the price points that I've got. If you want to buy the Rode Wireless Go's from Amazon today, it's about £146. So what are the competitors, the two things that I would choose possibly to be of similar quality? Well, first of all, there's the Rode Filmmaker unit. Now this is $226, so you know, it's another 75 odd pounds, £80 more expensive And what do you really get with that? Well, you get more volume controls. You do get a screw thread with a micro adapter, but I haven't really noticed it's a problem. And you do get removable batteries, AA batteries, so that you can take a set of batteries with you and just swap them out halfway through the day or when they run. But frankly, these have got 7 hours charge, and you can charge them from a power bank anyway, so I really don't see what the issue is there. So the other unit that you might want to consider is the Sennheiser XSWD. This is £183, and although it fulfills a very similar function, it is a little bit more expensive, and in my view, the sound quality is just not quite as good. So for the price, I personally think it's really hard to beat. So I really hope you've enjoyed that canter through the Rode Wireless Go. It's a very quick review. It's shown you the device, it's shown you the things that are in the box, it's tested out the sound. If you like this video, again, as I said earlier on, please subscribe, please click the bell, please click like. It really helps to motivate me to make more videos. And thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.